Hold on. But otherwise, I can show a few things off that I built off stream just today, actually. Because I always end up doing stuff like outside of streams for some reason. Mostly a lot of either like tedious building or farm construction, all that jazz. I did actually 2 buildings. And also I have a cool update. I did the transaction with Magnus. As you can see right here, I have 1,000 locks of crimson. So we're gonna do all of the stuff that we lost. We have regained it. Actually got a little bit of a discount by the good man, so that was quite lovely. I appreciated that a fair amount. And let me jump over. So yeah, as you can see, there's 2 new buildings right here. You're thinking to yourself, what the heck? So that is the completed moss farm building. I even added this cool overgrown type roof design with some warped planks and moss. And even some warped logs, some strip logs. And then I added this building, which is an open-ended building like this, with some support pillars for the bee farm. So it looks a little bit like it's meant to look this way instead of not. So that's quite cool. I made this like checkered pattern. I don't know why. It was just feeling some sort of feature. And it has this, oh, there's a wrong block in there. Hold on. There you go, now like that. Has this sort of half-open roof design. Is it the same on the other side? Nope, the other side is correct. There you go, just misplaced a block there. But yeah, otherwise, I don't know, came up with this on the fly. I didn't really like design this beforehand. It's just kind of meant to be a way for the bee farm to look a little bit more intentional like this. I made some blocks here because I want to connect up this path to the moss farm interior. So if you don't know what this interior looks like, literally nothing. It's, you walk in 1 block, turn on the lever to turn on the farm, and then if you walk around the back, should make a path here also or up there, and you go here, there's like 2 doors that go like to these chests here. I also have this farm in the back as well, so I should make some more paths and all that jazz to connect up everything. So that's quite cool. Now we have those farms looking a little bit nicer than just like raw redstone everywhere. And I think, honestly, it fits in quite nice like this. Still leaving the naturey theme, but, you know, also, as you can see, I'm aging a lot more copper also. So that's quite neat. And otherwise, I've really done not that much. We have a notice board now for town, in which there are information, you know, and people can put down stuff. People have maybe suggested some ideas what to do with the notice board in the future, but I haven't like decided what to do really. So at the moment, if you go over here, you will just see we have now research grants. If you don't know how that would work out, it's basically someone could come up to me who lives in town and they're like, hey, I want this and this project, but I don't have like, especially when it comes to like the history project, all that stuff. I have this and this project that I want to work on. I want to research this and this, blah, blah, blah. Can I get some financial support from the town? And depending on, you know, what I think of the project, if I think it's worth it, I would invest a bit of money into it. And the grant, of course, is not a loan, so people don't have to pay it back. So let's say someone comes up and they're like, talk to the mayor to get money for your project. So yeah. If you have like any project, like maybe you want to have a museum you want to make, or you want to open an art gallery, or I don't know, whatever kind of like project that could benefit the town if it happens, but like maybe you just don't have the financial means to do it by yourself. So you go up to me as mayor and be like, hey, Yellow, this is my idea, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, oh, that sounds cool. Here, have like 20 diamonds. Which, of course, you could use to spend on resources or trying to recruit other people to work for it for a price, etc., etc. So it's like a cool little thing for the town to support our own and their endeavors. So we have that. These 2 sides belong to that. Then the history team, which is one of the things that's going on. It's basically people doing lore-based sort of building. So if you enjoy lore and building, that's the one for you. And this is when the next election cycle is going to take place. So, well, obviously, about a month after I got elected, which was the 13th, so 13th to 16th of next month is when the election will hold. Of course, only if we have enough citizens. Otherwise, I will be yet again in limbo of only being in my position like for temporary reasons. I'm just having like a chat with some peeps in the background and maybe see if we could get like someone on or not. I'm gonna ask some people. There you go. Because I'm like, hey, you know, it would be cool if someone else would jump on as well. So I'm asking some of my friends who are on the server. But yeah, we have that. We have that as the notice board. And of course, other people can add their own notices. And in the future, I hope this is one of the hubs in town where people will go to find information, all that jazz. You know, cool stuff. We still have this remain because I haven't figured out how to do that. I also haven't figured out how to preserve the votes. Because at the moment, they're just under this carpet. And I want to figure out a way to basically have it that people can request voting, like voter ballots, if they want to verify an election, but it has to be like some sort of request, like our own version of the Freedom of Information Act, basically, because the way we vote essentially means that for some of the voters, not only their vote is on the ballot, but also like their name, i.e. people have identifying information. This is totally uninteresting for most people, I think, but for me, I care about the integrity of our elections here, so I, of course, want to protect people's privacy when it comes to their votes. You know, fair, free, private elections, you know, cornerstones of democracy, that. So I'm probably going to do it that way, that I'll write up something that says, you know, if you want to have a look at the ballots, you can, but you have to do like an official request, and you have to, it's like a fancy library where you're only allowed to look at them while like the mayor is in the room. I might have someone on in a little bit. So first off, of course, we do the time-honored tradition of checking out all the farms and businesses in town to see if we've made any profits, and do our villager trading and other jazz. Aside from melons and pumpkins, because with the new zombified rates, we just have way too many. We only got one farmer that actually trades them. Let's get these sticks. So we have more than enough on store. Like, we don't need to harvest these fields for a bit, which means they can stick around, look pretty, you know, just a little bit of a backdrop. All right, sticks are made. Have a little walk around. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. There you go. Just doing our typical touring. As you can see, I did some trading already, which is why some of the farms are not completely full anymore. Big oof. But yeah, it's quite nice to just have a little stroll always, check if everything's good, if we've made any profits. And we have, let's go. Aha, some more profits, poggers. And of course, whenever we made any profits, we of course have to stock up again. So just a shulker head. I'm just gonna store one here. There you go. And see what we get in this section here later. Alright. In the potion shop, anything here? Yep, made some, I think that's spider eye sails, potentially. And some blaze sails, nice. And even some glowstone, quite good. 12 iron and 2 diamonds in profit, nice. Right, walking by, no one has added a butt to the warden, progress. Anything in here? Nope. In the WC. Any purchases here? Hold on. No, I mean to click on this. There you go. Not really at this moment. I don't think so. I should go into like the WC just in case people want to talk as well. There you go. I'm like deafened and also muted. Let's go. Right. Let's walk around this corner, nice, up to the front bit here and check on the shops in the middle of town, which is the egg shop. Hello! Oh, you've got a little bit of time, let's go.
Probably like 10, 15 minutes.
That's all good. I have just made some money.
Oh.
And I explained the research grant situation, if you want to hear about it again.
Oh, for like the history stuff.
In general. So it's called like the research grants, but basically, if people have like a project, doesn't matter if it's like history related, it could be like opening a new venue, like a museum or an art gallery or whatever, something that would add value to the town. They could come up to me and like explain their project basically. And if I say, okay, I think that's cool, then I will contribute some sum of money, or in this case, diamonds, to the cause. And it is a grant, i.e. you don't have to pay it back. So it would be like the town supporting the endeavors of the citizens if they are like, if it's not like, oh, I want to make money, so give me money town, but like if it's something that would add to the culture and, you know, the well-being of town, like a public venue or something, people could get like maybe 10, 20 or something diamonds for their project.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be kind of cool, you know, because we now have a bunch of shops, and like I myself, when I do big projects like a build or something, don't necessarily grind for everything myself anymore. I do buy some stuff from shops. So for other people, if they're like, oh yeah, I need like a lot of wood for my project, or I don't know, I need a lot of sandstone or something that one of the shops sells, with the help of the grant, they could finance their project easier. So yeah, it's quite cool. It's like on the board, and the board is meant to be like a new sort of, well, like any notice board, so people can add their own stuff. Like if you are seeking someone to go for a trip or a project, if you are looking for a specific resource that none of the shops sell at the moment, and you're like, hey, seeking this or selling this, you know, like any notice board basically. So I think it's quite cool, and I hope to, with these two things right by Town Hall, people will come to Town Hall more and do their own stuff. And I also figured out how to do the voting situation. I'm just gonna basically write the Freedom of Information Act, but make it in Minecraft. So that people can access the voter ballots of past elections, but you have to go through the process, so people's privacy is maintained. So yeah, that's that, and then I've just made some money, so that's quite good. Have you seen the new buildings I made?
No.
In the nature district, I like for housing.
The nature district, what?
Well,
as in Arrowlight or like Leaf's End area of New Australia.
It's like right next to Arrowlight. It's kind of technically Arrowlight, kind of not. I don't know. At this point, our town borders exist, but we have built stuff that technically it belongs to it, right next to it, like my villager area and everything.
We could just have like Arrowlight's this main town shopping district and stuff is like a New Australian like thing, because I've decided if we're gonna stick to the old New Australian roots of history, you know, right above Arrowlight originally there was a shopping district as well.
I think just like the shopping district area that we've outlined at the moment is honestly barely big enough for Arrowlight alone, never mind the other towns.
Yeah.
So I think we should maybe have like a separate other thing. So I don't know.
But we had like there was like an entire little section of like the old New Australia, or Basking as it used to be named. Yeah.
The
Not because I accidentally made it look like a basking shark.
Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk. But yeah, have you looked? Like, I've been calling it like the nature area.
I have no idea where they are.
Like it's here.
I thought you meant like where my tree and like the big.
No, it's like these two build. Like I made the boss farm finally have a build. It also
like the
has
industrial area, basically.
Well, the nature industrial area specifically.
I've been calling it just, like industrial because it's right next to the shopping district as well. So
that's kind of like for me, it's basically started out as like, oh, I want to make a bunch of nature farms like that farm like environmental things basically, such as like moss and lichen and all that jazz. So I decided to put all of them in the same area, and then it kind of like I went a little ham on like trees and flowers and everything, so it's kind of naturey, nicely decorated and all that jazz. So
Then Leaf's End is just kind of been dejected. I left and I hasn't logged on the server for 100 years.
wait, what has been
Leaf's
dejected?
End, like the area over there where my tree and the big tower is.
Oh yeah, no, that
I ended
area.
up learning some like the names of places and stuff.
Nice. Yeah, these blocks are just here because I want to make this path also connect up to the door of these blocks here. They were just meant to like outline, because the moss farm is really, it's like this massive huge building, and most of it that you see is this. Come in. Like this is where you actually activate the farm. It's literally 2 blocks wide. Like you just activate this lever right here. And then on the back end, you have these 2 doors, and it's just into the storage area, which is so tiny compared to the size of this building. Look, you come in the back here, the entire building. It's like there's 2 doors because depending on where you want to go in, I thought it'd be cool. So you have one that's by these chests and one here. But like, look how tiny this room is. It's like 2 by 5 long room, and this massive huge building.
Oh yeah, I got rid of the village essentially over there, by the way. It's all
Did
gone
you?
now.
Hold on. Let me fly over. Oh yeah, you really did. Oh my gosh, this
Yeah.
entire thing has just been decimated.
Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up the museum and library in this area, I think.
Nice.
And then, so we're just gonna have like a massive thing in the middle, like excavation area, and I think I'm either gonna put like the rest of like the beast in there or like something else.
Ooh, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, and we're just gonna have that, and that's gonna be like you walk around that, and you can go in the museum and the library, and then we have like little tents set up with like little activities.
Oh, that's
stuff.
sick.
And then like the classified areas with like a meeting room or like a vault or something like that, you know.
Ooh. But yeah, so we have if I'm just gonna go on this shop here. So you now have this little area which is like the bee building, and then I should maybe add something on top of it to like indicate that that's the bee building. So hold on, let me do that real quick.
So technically, I was thinking over there isn't actually New Australia, like.
It's not
really,
really at all, no.
But like,
Hold on.
it's gonna. I'm gonna feel like I'm probably gonna like claim the land if I can remember how to do that, and like just call it like the Allied History Team, like just like zone.
Why
so
did
that's
I
where-
just pick the completely incorrect chocobox? Hold on, there you go. I have an idea. I'm just gonna do this real quick because I want to add something on top of like each. If I make a whole ass building, I want it to be evident even by when you fly by what is in that building. So I'm adding like a tiny bee or something on top of this, like some stripes. I'm adding it like this.
I've just been all day. I've just been telling my friends that I was making history and stuff.
That's very cute. That's very. That is
No,
very
it
you.
isn't.
That's very. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to build this like bee indicator on top here. Like that's all
I
right.
haven't done like any history stuff today because I just haven't. So
Just don't know how to do
I was gonna
slim
like
bits.
I was gonna like draw out the map, but I just ran out of time completely.
That's fine. That's fine. It's no rush.
And also, I'm like thinking if I draw it out, I'm not even gonna be able to get into the actual Minecraft in any way, probably, without having like ugly blocks in the sky, which no one wants.
What do you mean you won't be able to draw it out?
I won't be able to have it in Minecraft, will I? I'll be able to draw it out.
Unless you make it like really massive and make it as map art. It's a lot of work though.
Yeah, but then I'd have to like show where the borders are if I was like selecting, and then that would like I feel like that would be a bit ugly, just a bunch of like floating blocks in the sky. Where the
That's
borders
true.
are.
That's true.
But yeah, Adelaide used to be the capital, by the way. I decided not for no reason at all.
No reason. It's not because we're the most developed of all of the the towns here.
And I managed to make landfall a bit important to the flood and how it actually shrunk it down instead of it just like, oh yeah, there's a flood.
Yeah,
so
also,
now
by the
it's
way,
like-
fun fact chat, now officially, based on, because New Australia has a Discord and everything, based on the membership of the Discord, Adelaide by itself has the exact same population as every other town in New Australia combined. It's not even a joke, because the only
I
people
know,
who are
it's
not in
like-
town are like Leo, Usity, Bamba, and Accent, and
Is very
yeah, it's like 4
not
people.
very active, and like Bamba's the only one in their town.
Yeah, Bamba's the only one in her
Accent
town.
somewhere.
Accent has like the mining town, but like I'm not gonna talk too much
Where
about
is
it.
the
But
mining town?
it's
'Cause I
like
thought it
the
was,
the
like-
copper
I
block
thought-
thing.
I thought you meant like it was underground.
Yeah, it is
so-
also underground. It just has an
'cause
entrance.
I saw the massive like
above.
amethyst thing. And I was like, oh, is this like an underground town? That would be cool.
Yeah, it is an underground town. Like the entrance to
Ah.
it is
Is it the amethyst thing near the portal?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
so
like
it is
that.
underground. Oh, that's cool. Because I was gonna like add that to the thing, and that's like one of the reasons like it shrunk. Because what I've done now, for the reason it's now shaped like Australia and not a basking shark, is the flood. It turns out, basking wasn't a very stable bit of land, and was very close to just collapsing. Hence why it's called landfall over there, because that was known for like
Land falling.
yeah, commonly having lots of landfalls. But then like in like 17 something, scientists discovered that like the island had shrunk like quite a bit. Like it's like
That's
a
interesting.
solid like few meters, and like they were just like, oh, apparently the whole thing has landfalls. That's probably not that bad. Then when the flood happened, it kind of all broke down, and this was like the only surviving part. All the valleys collapsed into like lakes and stuff. And now
Oh,
there's
that's
just, like,
dark oak has been restocked. That's quite good. But I need some
No.
spruce. I need a lot of spruce. Not a lot,
That-
but
because I thought it would just be a bit like, just a flood isn't really a good way to explain
explain everything.
Why- yeah, because it doesn't make much sense. Floods don't.
Oh,
really
did
change
I
land
not copy
that
this at the
significant.
end? Am I dumb? Probably.
I've tried to make it like a little bit make sense, but then again, I will, you're gonna love this, I'm sure. Allied had like, I've decided it has a big thing with jam. I don't know why. I was looking over it. New Zealand as well, New Zealand kind of got involved at one point. There was an entire like 1-day war that lasted because of jam here in Allied.
That's good. That's good. I like
Yeah.
that.
And it got renamed to Jamville for a week because someone managed to find a little loophole in the how the legal system worked at the time.
Alright, we
So
need
it
some
got called-
diamonds.
And then in like 1750 or something, it got banned.
I'm very sure it was spruce. This is a problem. I somehow didn't make a schematic of my of the garden emporium build. For some reason, I just didn't. I mean, I could just. Why is there skulk here?
Where? What?
Like here by the beach. There's just a corner of skulk for some reason. That's strange.
Is
It's-
this law?
Oh my gosh, do we have a corruption arc on this?
Allied history team is not.
Yeah, I don't remember
Just
if, like, the
this.
problem is I don't remember if it was spruce or dark oak. It should be spruce, but I don't 100%
that?
recall. Do you see where it is over there, the corner? No, you're completely wrong. It's like,
Oh,
behind
okay.
you. It's here. This corner of this house. Like, why is
Do I
it
not live
here?
there?
No, this is an unoccupied house.
I mean, I've noticed some pollution in like this little sewer over here. There's like a slime block.
Wait,
So
where?
that's not great. Over here in the sewers, there's a slime block just next to it, so not got the best water here in Allied.
Oh, there is. Apparently
Who
so.
could have placed that?
Oh no, do we have water pollution now in town? What the heck?
I've decided yes.
Oh gosh, we
Let
live
me
by the
go.
sea. That's kind of difficult to
Yeah,
do this
it's not-
story.
Well, it's not really the sea. It's more like this is the river. That, funnily, for a town called by the sea is on the other side of the country.
I consider this to be big enough for a sea. It's a small sea, but like,
It's a lake.
well, it
Allied by the lake doesn't sound as good.
no,
though.
it is by the sea because I decided it is so.
Okay.
That
that's
is
fair.
just
If I
how
can
it
decide
goes.
that
I can
jam
just
is
decide
important
everything.
To the country.
This is how you go. Wait, hold on. I was trying to. Man, I want to try it. Hold on. I have to like log in and out real quick because I need to like
Okay.
check on what the build was. My god. I'm terrible. Like, this is the problem, chat. If you build multiple things, you just don't remember the block balance. If it's like, what wood did you use? This is the build, if you're wondering. spruce logs. It was just stripped spruce logs. That's why I was confused about it. And I should actually make a schematic of this, because then I have a materials list. Sorry, chat. This is the behind-the-scenes stuff they don't show you in Minecraft videos. This is what goes on.
In which case, they do show you.
In which case, they do show it, but most people probably don't.
I find it interesting, so I wish they did, you know.
Yeah, sometimes they show up like the creative world and it's like, yo, poggies. Because it's so cool after
big,
like a bunch of years.
building over here, like in the in front of the shopping district. What is it? Like the massive
castle?
It's like a castle, yeah.
Yeah, that's a shop, but I don't know. It's Magnus's shop, or one of Magnus's shops.
And it's a castle,
I guess. I can't see from this angle. Oh, why is it thundering? What the heck?
I thought this was like a little shopping district.
It is, but to be fair, we do have shops that are like other places.
Maybe it's like a market style. It's gonna be like a market, like an indoor market.
I don't know. Magnus has sort of said conflicting things. Like, I don't know if he even plans on finishing the build, which would be a shame. Like, in case he doesn't, I will like he said he might want to finish it and then sell it or something. I don't really know.
I'll take it and we'll turn it into something. I actually don't need it at all, so.
No, like, it's just a massive build in a prime location, so in case it does get a... Oh, I forgot I didn't make a roof for this.
It is quite a cool location. It would be cool to have like something for the...
That's why I didn't make a schematic yet, because I forgot to... Like, I didn't build a roof for the building. Well, whatever.
Let me check the timeline.
That's why I didn't make one. Hold on. But yeah, like, I'm excited to see what goes on with that, but like...
What, with the castle build?
No, like, with the history stuff.
Oh,
also, I really just need to stop not designing roofs.
I know
I'm so annoyed because I got it's fine. It's just because I'm doing something completely different, and it's I'm like trying to decide, should I make the schematic now even though this roof is not finished, or should I like finish building this and like come back to it? I don't know. Maybe I won't do it today then. Sorry, chat. I genuinely thought I had already done this entire build because I think I got distracted by doing two other ones. This is a problem. Okay, now I'm back on. No, the thing is, I'd rather want you to, like, I want to see the stuff, especially to chat. Chat's really gonna have all their surprises ruined if you, like, tell them everything. I'm not gonna
tell them all the big stuff. I haven't even wrote all the big stuff yet. I'm still, like, but I'm, like, I've got so much, I'm having a lot of fun with it, so it's hard for me to not be, like...
No, it's all good, it's all good, it's just... Like, thematically, it didn't fit at all, because I'm trying to design on stuff on, like, a different world as well. But it's all good. Like, I'm excited to see all this stuff, but to me, it's like, okay, you are telling me stuff, but, like, since it's your story stuff, I just don't have much to contribute to saying, aha, cool, interesting, you know.
Stuff. It's just New Australia in general.
Yeah, it is New Australia stuff, but, like, you and Leo are working on it at the moment, so I rather want to, like, see what it ends up looking like, rather than... getting it told right now.
That's fair. I'm just really like...
No, it's alright. I'm glad you're being enthusiastic. Like, I want more people to be more enthusiastic about playing on the server, doing stuff with it and everything. Because we've got so many foundations.
I'm hoping happens. I'm hoping if we keep, like, doing some world building and stuff, more people in New Australia will, like, log on. Then we'll have more people in, like, Landfall and, like...
Landfall only has Leo and our city, even if both of those log on.
Amberstown, and then we'll make another town somewhere, I guess.
I don't know. Like, sometimes I get thrown in with the huge urge to just, like, want to terraform the entire island, but it's fine. Copium. I'm trying to decide what to do, because I was like, oh, I'm going to do the Garden Emporium build right now, but, like, I'm not ready to do it, apparently, because I just didn't finish building it. Because I was like watching a stream or something, but then the stream ended, I was like, oh, yep, I'm done. And I had built like an hour. I did make a replay. I've been doing a lot of replay footage training with the replay mod. That's quite cool. Why did these blocks do not belong here as well.
What is the carpet doing all over? And why is it just not oxidized? Because it has been here a day.
I don't know, it just doesn't want to oxidize.
Hold on,
oh, it's because it's oxidized. Because it's waxed. Yeah. Okay. I must have misclicked whilst like doing inventory stuff.
Waxed, in which case?
No, yeah, they all are. Like, just do right click. Yeah, maybe that. I don't know.
DJK
Might have been
did
my own fuck.
block my house off with obsidian, and I just couldn't be bothered dealing with it, so I just left.
Yeah, no, it's like, right. When it comes to pranks, I always feel like there's more of an art to it in Minecraft than people realize.
It's funny, but like...
Because it's like a lot of pranks that kind of happen, like, you have to be really specific in, like...
There's an art to it.
There is an art, because you can't just make every
it's
prank,
just
like,
like,
for
it's
example, like, I
goofy.
got pranked with, like,
It's funny, like, thinking, like, pranks are also considered, like, stuff that include, like, whoopee cushions, and you're saying, like, it's an art.
Yeah, but, like, in
really funny
Minecraft,
to
you can't do a
say.
whoopee cushion. In Minecraft, you have to do, like, redstone
I'll
or
find a way,
fancy
just you
stuff.
wait.
Just you wait. But yeah, no, for example, I think it might have been DJK who pranked me with like one of those hidden bell ring clocks. You know, where like every once in a while you'll hear like a bell ringing from somewhere. And it'll like automatically do that until eternity basically. And while that is generally like a funny, well executed prank, especially I think his version was made with a skulk sensor, which is, you know, nice innovation, all that jazz. But like I personally cannot tune out background noise and get very, very bothered by it to the point where it's not funny for me. It's just sensory overload, even though most people would not be bothered by it probably. So for me, that kind of prank just backfires because I just got genuinely like irritated and overloaded by it. So like for me, it was like, what the heck? Well, so that's what I mean. Like you need a fine hand to figure out what is the best prank to like not genuinely piss people off, you know, because it is a video game and people are like friends and everything. Like you don't want to make someone genuinely have a terrible time. Yo, hi Leo, how are you?
This is who I should talk to about history, isn't it?
But not on stream, boys, not on stream. I'll be honest. We could do it later, but like not on stream. I would actually be productive and do stuff.
Because I just want to talk about it. So I've just been saying on stream, and Dale's just like,
no, it's alright, because it's like, you know, I end up doing the thing where I just run around and not do anything, and I'm like, well, I want to actually do stuff, not just put my played hours up.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, I just want to say that we do have research grants now, so if you need money from the town, you can talk to me.
Basically, we're able to commit fraud.
I have a cool idea.
Oh, and also Leo, by the way, if you wanted to make like your axolotl thing, just mark out like an area for it, or like put down a sign. Preferably, just do like a perimeter blocks.
Doing axolotl trafficking.
I haven't designed it yet.
But yeah, like if you like I've done, for example, with the garden emporium, like a shape in which I build it, or like the size of it max. So some sort of location. The garden emporium, Airlight's garden emporium. Yes, a garden emporium is a gardening shop.
Oh, this one.
This outline, that's the entire building I designed, which is why it has.
I'm gonna
absolutely destroyed.
I literally just showed it off on streams.
Nope, I saw it first. Though.
Yeah, no one in chat has seen. But yeah, no, it's okay now. It works because either me or someone else waxed all my copper. I don't know,
it was probably DJK. I'm gonna place my bets. They seem like the prankster right now.
Can I build it like here?
Where?
No, but that's right in front of the thing. So just like don't like block this from like the sight.
Copper in the way.
Yeah, it's because I'm aging my copper here.
In the shopping district as well.
Yeah, because it's the biggest like free land at the moment.
This thing.
It's the garden emporium like here.
It's kind of annoying.
Or
Terraform, you know, but like I don't know. It's New Australia is generally a lot hillier, like than you might want for certain projects, which is a pain.
Collapsed.
Yeah, so like for me, I'm like have to remove this entire mountain here and make it look nice and natural, because I need the space and everything's a hill and it's painful. It is really annoying, but it's fine.
Where's that?
I'll just get rid
so
of
are
some
you
of
doing
this.
axolotl trafficking then? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
Some
But yeah, the garden emporium is going to be my shop where I sell like all of the garden type things I get from all my farms, like honeycomb and
garden center. I love garden center.
yeah.
It's the garden center.
Literally.
Can you call it what's the big one? I actually don't know if that's a local thing, so I should probably Google that first.
No. I've just called it Aerolite Garden Emporium so far, or AGE. Because,
One more.
like, if I had a name that started with G, I could have called it Garden Emporium, but I don't.
Gay. That's the
Gay
name.
Garden Emporium. Duh.
Yeah.
But
No,
Aerolite Garden Emporium. So it's gonna be like all the moss and like leaves and things like that. All that kind of jazz. Like everything plant vibes. Like everything that the supermarket currently sells in the gardening section is gonna move over here. So you're gonna have flowers and seeds and all that stuff is gonna be from this shop here. I have a very, very cool design for it. Like, I'm very excited.
B&Q.
What?
Call it B&Q. It's an English garden centre.
But we are new Australians.
What do you
We
mean?
don't like
B&Q's
British people.
Like, it's why B&Q's like they have like barbecues.
We
They
don't
do,
like
but
British
also have,
people.
like, they're like
It's
a
like a
garden
warehouse.
centre. They have a garden
not.
section. They have a garden place.
They have
That's no one-
everything.
They're like the range, but without the furniture. But
I'm
they
trying to
kinda
think
have
of what I
furniture.
want, what I'm looking for, but I just keep running around
Leo, should we
aimlessly.
build the range?
What?
The range, you know. Just like
No.
everything ever. Yeah, it's fair. They have Icelands in them, and that's funny.
With
Hi, Yellow.
Iceland?
Yes.
No, I was just saying hi because we're talking
You
about
have
English things
Iceland?
that you won't.
What you mean?
I don't know.
Like I
don't
have
know.
been
Most
to
talking about
England
Iceland.
before. I know some
no,
shops.
but you don't know what the range is, do you?
I don't know what
It's
the
a
range
shop.
is.
What you mean?
Oh,
Like that's
okay.
my guess, but like
I've
I'm not
never
gonna
heard
come
of
out
it.
with all my
you
local
never
shops
heard of
that.
the
It sounds like a park near me.
But you have to understand, like so many shops just don't go international. So
Did you know there's Tesco?
like let me tell you about like the 15 billion shops that I know that you guys don't because they're local to me.
Like,
Penis shop.
yeah.
Why? Okay, to be fair, I want to tell like a little story actually. I'm just gonna accept that this is
follow the penis.
no. I'm just gonna accept that this is just gonna be a running around, basically a podcast, but I'm running around in Minecraft chat. So sorry, but I don't know. I don't feel like the thing I wanted to do I can't do because I didn't finish the roof. Whoops.
Start it.
So I'm just gonna tell stories because I've realized I haven't like told you boys anything. Also, sorry for not streaming yesterday. It was the reason why I wasn't streaming because I was out for like 5 hours and I was really, really tired when I came home. So I had like an appointment. Okay, let me tell you the story, right?
Ow.
So
I got
first
slapped.
off, how?
It was.
don't know, who
Oh
did
my
that?
god! I accidentally placed the sign.
Ah, the
Can I leave
drama.
this here? This is funny.
What was the sign?
I was trying to walk forward.
All right, let me
That's
walk
funny.
up. Hi Magnus, thank you for the ad time redemption. I'll run an ad. Thank you. Ads help support streamers. So if you don't want any
You're
ads,
welcome.
um,
Go cry.
Prime or sub if you like. It's still September, so you get percentages off as well. So if
you
you
should come
want,
back to
we
stream.
also have a bunch of really cool
Actually,
emotes
no.
at the moment.
I would
Well,
cry.
in general, we have added a grand total of 4 new emotes. So if you want those emotes,
so
either
many.
watch and unlock them with. Thank you for the positive check as well. Unlock them with channel points, or you can subscribe and get them immediately.
It seems very small.
Let's go. But yeah, let me tell you a story. All right. So originally, my plan yesterday was I would meet up with my friend Alex because he asked if he could borrow my 3DS, and I was like, all right. And he still has stuff from Gamescom to give me because he got like cool posters and jazz. And I was like, Poggers, thank you for the hydrate as well.
Welcome.
Where's my
So-
the chest? Sorry.
Oh,
I don't
just
know.
lost it.
There's
down
images
somewhere?
everywhere.
hey, what's it like living in landfall, by the way, where your other, like, the only other citizen is just kind of.
It's alright. I mean, it's relaxing. There's no one else there.
BRB.
A city's
Let's see
technically there, they're just gone.
I mean, yeah, our
The
city's
city
kind
just
of busy
doesn't play
at the
them.
moment, which is fair.
Yeah,
Plus,
that's fair.
mans can't do jack most of the time because of, well, recovering from a serious
Oh, yeah.
surgery.
That's
So,
true.
man's had real life going on. But hopefully we'll get him on sometime soon, and maybe and Landfall can actually
probably
finish
tell him about-
construction.
We should probably tell them about all the things that we've changed, like just most of every bit of lore that maybe has been wrote. I don't
There's
actually
so
know
much
if there was
lore.
lore before.
I don't think our city really
So
spent
much
much
lore.
time on lore, to be honest.
That's good, because most of it is
I
different.
want to sleep because it's grey,
just
and it's
made,
like
like-
rainy
he
and
made, like,
grey in
a
real
cow.
life as well.
He all he did just make a cow called left beef.
No, he had that whole thing with the I don't know how much like he specifically did, but you know when he'd had the subathon where you guys built like all the paths and jazz.
That was all of it.
Was that law?
It's not.
No.
It's like environment kind of, but I don't know.
I
Honestly,
made the
I rather want like show people stuff than because I have too many times like no one likes when at least when it comes to me personally. I rather want to see when people do law than people talk. Oh, we're gonna do law soon, and you know.
Well, hello. There.
I personally rather want to like actually do it.
You want a present?
But either way, I want to talk about my real life, not Minecraft law at the moment. I know, shocker.
Love a hug.
It's not a hug. It's just
I
not
thought
put a
it was
name.
a hug. and I
A
got
shocker, a
excited.
shocker. But yeah, so I was like,
One
okay,
day.
I'm gonna meet up with my friend Alex, and after that I have like an appointment in Big Town, so I have to do that. So I was like, alright. Huh? Big Town, I'm not gonna dox myself, Leo.
No, like,
I'm just trying to say, like, live in a relatively small town. Well, town is a big word even. It's like, it's not really a village, but like, kind of. So I live in a relatively small town, and there's one really big town that I live relatively close to, so that's all people need to know. I'm not one of those people. Like, I'm not, you know, I'm not the Tubble level where I'm just gonna dox my city that I live in. Especially considering I live in a much smaller one than he does. You know, I'm just gonna chill with location talk. So all you needed to know is that it is a big city with like public transport. It's like, you know. Either way, so I was like, okay, I have an appointment there that I need to get to, and I'm meeting up with my friend. Then I was like, I got everything ready, and I also have to like send packages away of books I sold on eBay and a bunch of errands, etc. You know, and I don't really love useless trips, so I try to combine every trip I need to like one big trip. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, because if I have to like go to town anyways, I'm just gonna try and do everything I need to do there at the same time.
Speed run.
Yes. Do. So I was like, okay, everything was perfect. And then I was putting on my shoes and I was like, all right. And like,
Hold on.
I was like all ready to go because I was like gonna meet up with Alex before having my appointment at like 1 p.m. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna meet up with them beforehand, and it's all gonna be all chill and fine and everything. And then I decided, well, not really decided. Then I was putting on my shoes and I was like, man, I feel like I have this one little injury that I need to take care of real quick. So I just put like a plaster on it and it was fine. But that little thing meant I was a little later to go to the bus than usual. And so I was like going, and the bus was there, and I sprinted, and I was like a meter away from it, and the bus driver just fucking drove away.
Oh, that is annoying.
And it's like, brah. And then because I had the other appointment afterwards, like even taking a bus that was like 15 minutes afterwards would have meant I was too late. I would arrive at the meeting with Alex by the time I would need to leave for the next one, basically. So I had to like cancel on him, unfortunately. I felt really bad because it was like 2 hours beforehand. I was like, oh, King, I'm sorry. Because it takes me like an hour to meet up with him, basically. If you're wondering on the time frame, it takes like an hour and 20 minutes or so for me, maybe an hour and a half to go to my appointment. And it takes like an hour to meet up with my friend, so it was all very tight fit. Anyways, got left behind by the bus. Sadness. So, yada yada, I basically decided to go straight to the appointment instead of doing anything else. So, I had my backpack filled with books I sold on eBay. Because I need to get them to the post office, of course. And I had all like my other stuff as well. So I went on the way and I went to the appointment. It went rather well, so that's quite good. So now I'm in the big city. Hello, how are you? I just came back from school. Your yellow hoodie is still amazing. Hi, Jellybean fan. Good to see you, King. Hope school's going well. I'm doing well. I'm just talking about what I did yesterday that made me so exhausted I didn't stream. And it's basically no, not quite that serious. I'm not pulling on a city here. Thankfully.
Is that what? It's called a surgery, not called pulling in a city.
No, I meant like.
Into the doctor's office. I'm like, yeah, I'm here for my acidity at 5 o'clock.
No, it would be. I would. To be fair, I would have more been like pulling a taboo, i.e., having a surgery and just like telling people like immediately
You would have
right
been
before.
kicked out of the hospital.
I wouldn't. I've actually never really been to a hospital for a procedure myself. I wasn't even properly born in a hospital, to be honest. I was just born in like an
Neither was
adjacent
I
building.
shot out of the Grand Canyon.
Sure.
Landed in a forest in Canada, and was raised.
Why is
by
this a
bears.
different block? Okay, we're just gonna ignore that.
And then
It's fine.
I got shot to Norwich and ran away because he wants to be in Norwich. That long.
Norwich. Yeah, I was born in like a building that was by a hospital and wasn't in the hospital itself. So the only time I've ever been to a hospital
They wouldn't let
ever
you
was
in.
literally once to visit a family member.
It's like,
Can it stop being radiant grey in Minecraft? It's radiant grey in real life and I don't want
you know
it in the
those people
game.
who are like, people only go into hospital, they go in, only one people, I don't know what I'm saying. It's just,
I do
That
know
made
when
zero
people
sense.
Only go in hospital on people.
Honestly, that sentence really just died immediately, King.
It's fine.
It's
don't
fine.
worry.
It's all good. I'm just gonna, you know, to distract from your
Move on,
mortal
keep moving
shame,
on.
I'm just gonna
I relate-
talk about
I related
what
to that
I
one,
did
Leah,
after
don't you worry.
after the appointment. So I was in town, and I don't really go to that big city too much because it takes a while, and it's usually it's just a lot more effort, honestly, than going into my local town center. So I just don't go that much. But whenever I am, for whatever reason, like an appointment or visiting someone, oh, I forgot to call again, god damn it. I'm gonna get chewed out. God damn it. This is what happens, I just forget stuff that isn't on my to-do list. I just remembered I meant to call someone today, but I just straight up didn't. And I meant to call them yesterday as well, and I didn't either. Big of.
I believe you do.
And this is why I have problems now. But yeah, it sucks. Like, while I have been more productive and doing certain things since I have implemented like a to-do list every day, whatever I don't have on that list, I end up forgetting a lot easier. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
Memory be bad. But anyways, whenever I'm in town for any reason, I usually like go to specific places that I like in town or in city because I'm already there. So I was there. I was like, all right, on like the big plaza, whatever, where this appointment was. And it was a short walking distance to my favorite place, which is the big bookstore. Surprise. But you know, because like my local was like a relatively small one, and this one is like has like 3 stories, and it's got like a massive English section, really cool.
I want to go to that really big Waterstones in London. 'cause that
Oh
looks
my
really
god,
cool.
yes,
Oh, yeah.
please. Books. I love books. But yeah, so whenever I am there, I go to that one place, which is like a town, like a square. What are they called? Try to.
If you were stuck on an island and you only got one book, one movie, and one game, what would the 3 be? I know that's random, but that question just popped.
Game
into my head.
Minecraft, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it depends if I have internet on the island.
No.
Bruh.
You're here for like a week, let's say.
Oh,
No,
I'm
let's
there
say-
for a week.
You're here
Oh,
for
I
like.
thought I'll be there forever.
You're here. Yeah. Okay. You're here forever then. Just to.
Probably still
Okay.
Minecraft, because you could do so much with
Minecraft,
it. Minecraft,
And
yeah,
then
props.
and then a film and a book. that you
Film and a
have to do.
book. I don't know. Film.
I haven't heard of that film. What's I don't know.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to
just
think
jumped
because
in
I don't
lava.
remember. I don't know my own favorite films. It would have to be a film that I wouldn't get tired of watching like over and over and over and over again. Let me think.
Chicken Little. I don't know why. That's
No,
the first thing that popped into my head. That film's
It's-
very
it's a
fun.
great
Spirits Down in the Cimarron is like a top contender. I think honestly, yeah, I'd take that movie because I love that movie. I've watched it many
I would
times.
probably pick a Ghibli film. As my
Oh
movie.
yes, yes.
Preferably all of them, but that's not allowed. So.
Yeah, no, I think I'd take that movie because it's not too sad. You don't want to like your only movie ever to watch like a really sad movie. That way it's
When I'm
suck.
never in mine. Why is there so much lava? I'm trying to get.
I should
to
actually do that too. Hold on, you gave me a great content idea, Leo.
I'm just trying to
Oh,
get
but
to
then I
the
can't
You're
talk.
welcome. Good content.
Yeah, but no, but that's not really a chill podcast environment. Because I'm like trying not to die every time. And I vividly remember that one time I spent like an hour and a half trying to get my stuff back with Max because I died in the
I
nether.
found it someone
to
else's
lag.
netherite mine, and it's gonna confuse me.
What's the book then? What's the book?
Oh yeah, the
Come
movie
on.
stars somewhere in the book.
And this is one book you can just read all your life. Like,
The only book I could ever read
Or you just pick like a really long book that you know would take you an entire life.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a really
No,
long
just
book.
yeah, I thought about that.
That would look good
Honestly-
on like your like reading list, wouldn't it? So,
Honestly, when it comes to books I have read and I would like internally read again. The Heart's Invisible Furies. I love that book, and it's like 700 pages, so you could go a lot. It's like an Irish gay book.
Irish gay book.
It is a book that is gay and also Irish. Hold on, I need to get a phone charger.
That's my
cable.
new favourite genre, Irish gay. I would probably pick game Hollow Knight, movie a Ghibli one. I'm not sure which one. I have to think. Maybe a Ghibli one. Maybe a different one for like my childhood or something. No, actually no. So either a Ghibli one or just like a different one. So
Can I tell you some dark humor? It depends on what it is, Jellybean fan. I'm not gonna promise it won't get deleted from chat because, well.
Then the book, I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay, but I like if I pick a book that I've already read, I would pick Hearts of Invisible Furies. If it's a book that I've not, I have a collection of all. It's an awful joke. Maybe not then, because I can't judge from that if it's okay for like being in chat. So
Guys,
maybe not.
My time has come. I must go watch the Great British Bake Off.
All right, but what I wanted to say is the Great British Bake Off. What I want to say is if it's a book that I've not read, true. If it's a book that I've not read, I'd pick. I have an edition of all of the Hitchhiker's Guide of the Galaxy books in one book.
Wait, I didn't think about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
So I'd pick that because I've not read it yet, but it is a very, very long book. It's like 1,000 pages.
I
So.
love Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's so good.
So goodbye, May. Thanks for chatting.
You're welcome. I'll leave you with some passing thoughts that I'm gonna make up on the spot. When you look to the water and the sun reflects off of it, just remember that could be you. Bye.
Thanks. That was so insightful. I appreciate it. I'm just gonna chop some wood, I think, while we just talk. Wood chopping.
I'm still trying to get out of someone else's strip mine, so I keep just running into it.
Yeah, no, that is painful. Sometimes you need to.
Why is this homophobic?
Sometimes you just need to go out so far to find like a free spot.
I wanted to go to my own one, but I couldn't find it.
Oof. Alright, I've got all this. I think I should be fine. I'm just gonna get some wood chop. Are you happy with the delivery time? I am. Thank you, Magnus. It was very very good. I'll get to like crafting and stripping all of the logs and recrafting all the stuff that I lost. I'm just gonna fly out and get some wood. I did fly out a while to get dark oak wood a while back, but like I have this one farm that I might want to do, which is like an automatic tree one. But I don't know if I'm A, allowed, because I think it has some sort of TNT thing in it, and B, it is very complicated, requires lots of stuff.
Yeah.
So
There was this person strip mining netherite.
I
Just
sell
that
dark oak.
bedrock.
Yeah, but it was before you restocked, King. It was
There's
before
no
you
mining
restocked. It was
netherite
like
that bedrock.
yesterday.
Oh, I keep falling into the lava.
Big oof. You stayed
Why-
safe. Do you have a...
Why
What's it?
am
Do you have a... some fire res?
Yep.
Poggies.
Hopefully I won't run out because I only bought 3
I'm just gonna
potions.
chop
Oh, so
down
this
some
probably take me that long
jungle.
to get 3
It does needs
pieces.
TNT dupe. Yeah, so probably can't do that on the server then. But either way, I'm gonna have like even a manual tree farm. We'll have like all the tree types and in ideal building conditions to farm them easily. I think would be good. But it's not urgent because most of the woods are getting sold by shops, so... And I don't usually...
Oh, my
like,
potion has run out.
I don't mind paying stuff, honestly. It's just, I think I want to try at least in creative to build like a tree farm
I'm just gonna mine through the
automatically.
lava.
I think that'd be sick.
Lava doesn't exist actually.
My shop is going broke. It's not. I said if I'm not allowed, I wouldn't do it anyways. I think I can't even do it in creative. Never mind in survival. Don't worry. I'm not gonna take away the wood business. It's actually some of my favorite stuff because chopping trees isn't super engaging content if you're looking for the content to stand on its own. But since we're doing it basically a just chatting stream with Minecraft in the background, it works out perfectly. But the best way I found sort of shop stuff to be is that either it's stuff that is legitimately difficult to get, like very grindy en masse, and then you sell that, or it's just like go for the convenience. Like even if stuff isn't super hard to get, just having it, the convenience of not having to get it sometimes is just nice. But yeah, anyways, I was not meant to send it this. Did you see most of it is restocked? I did see that, yes. I'm not chopping wood at the moment for like necessarily needing wood. I'm just doing it because it is a safe activity. There's stuff that I might need, but I just can't get it.
Right. Why is there so much lava?
Big oof. So I'm just running around, having a little look around. I could just fly out loads, but I just don't want to just fly. We can fly a little bit though. I've got a few rockets still left.
Nice.
But yeah, anyway, so oh jeez, I just nicked the wall. I should be careful, because I don't want to die out here. That would suck. That would suck a lot. I'll log on, get some more wood for the shop. Pogger's king.
Oh my! Why? I don't like this game. One of mine and
I'll drop a little hello. But yeah, so anyways, back to the real life storytelling. So I was already in town, and the main like square I go to, because there's what's what the bookshop is. It was like a short walk away, so I walked. And on the way there, and you will see immediately why I got reminded by your penis shop comment. Why I thought of this. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna hold on. Let me pick up some melons on the way, because why not? I went and I saw on the way going to the square that one of the secondhand shops had reopened apparently. And I was like, oh, cool, right, I'll check it out. So I went in, I tried out a few things. They were all like too scratchy. Because I loved what shop, like, it is not a local shop. So I'm not gonna, like it is, I don't think it's a chain. I think it's a local shop, which I even mean doxing myself. So I'm just gonna vaguely refer to what stuff is, because I care about my location safety. Found some mountains here. Interesting.
I have used.
Oh, we could get some coal here. Nice. So a second-hand shop, like where you buy second-hand clothing, is what I'm talking about. But yes, anyway, so that one was reopening. I tried on a few things. The everything was unfortunately really scratchy or didn't fit me properly. So no dice there. But then I saw that they had a vintage clothing section, and in that section they had, well, a certain type of dress. I'm not gonna go very deep into it because it's Twitch, but also you can fill your imagination.
I have no idea what you're on about, but sure.
You know how you mentioned the penis shop, and I'm talking about certain types of clothing. Maybe that you wear in the bedroom with your significant other, that kind of stuff. So they just had like a section in this secondhand clothing shop of that, and I'm like, why would you want to buy that secondhand first of all? Because you don't know what people have done in it. So it was a bit suspect. I'm not gonna say it was a bit sus. It was a little bit of a sus moment. But yeah, so I walked back to the main plaza, blah blah blah, and I went into the mall there because there's a mall. It's a small mall, but yeah, I went in, got something to drink because I was thirsty. And then I just went into a few shops. I went into Primark, yay, puggies. And it was so annoying, they had those, you know, those really oversized, like fluffy hoodies.
Oh, yes.
Like really, really oversized. And they had like 10 or so designs, and I was like, oh, cool. And I tried them on, and they were quite lovely to wear, but like, I just didn't like any of the designs. So it was so sad. So I just didn't get one. Don't mind me, I'm just going on these gravelly hills, getting some coal and other stuff.
I just give up. There's just no netherite anywhere.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't gone either in a while. Oh, copper, I should
just
actually
wanna
get all
get
the
a
copper
netherite
also, because I need so much copper. Do
Oh.
you want what? You want what? A netherite what?
Oh,
A netherite
I'm
how?
lagging. Oh,
You got kicked. By the way, can you take care of sleeping? I forgot to bring a bed on my expedition.
I am so far behind where I was.
Sometimes game do be laggy. sometimes. But yes, I was like in the mall and I went into one shop, got some gifts for my fam, because why not? It's nice. They had the weirdest batteries ever there though, you know? You know there's rechargeable batteries, right?
Yeah.
And usually that means you have like a machine where you put them in and then the machine recharges it. But they had ones that were like like AA batteries that were literally you could flip open a lid at the top of it, like the top bit you could flip open, it was a USB stick inside and you charged it by plugging it in. And I was like, what? They also had ones where you could just plug a cable into the battery and plug the cable into like an outlet. And I was like, what? Since when has the battery technology evolved to this? It was pretty cool. But I didn't get any because I kind of just forgot. So yeah, I was like, did a bunch of the shops at the mall, blah, blah, blah. Wasn't successful. Except got some gifts for my family, which they appreciated. So I got one for my mum, one for my dad. Got my dad a mug that said coffee makes good ideas. And got my mum, I got some pumpkin shaped marshmallow sweets because she likes Halloween, and my family on that side usually does like a Halloween party or something. Plus she's got real pumpkins in her garden, so it's like that's kind of nice gesture.
That is epic in the game.
That is very epic. So yeah, I got a bunch of that, and then everything, you know, for the grand moment of going into the bookshop. Because, yes. And I went in, right. Okay, so you boys at this point know, right, like, I do not live in an English-speaking country at the moment. But maybe one day I will, haha. No hints for anything. This sounds like I have some grand plans, I really don't. But it would be cool. Anyways, so English language books are usually like a small segment of our bookshops, right? Because most people read translated works. Makes sense. But recently, because of like the whole like book talk kind of craze, there's been a big impact. And it started out like, honestly, there was like usually most shops there was a really small section. Why am I in a mesa? There was a really small section of the shop that was actually like English books, right?
Yeah.
It used to be really small. And now my local one has expanded its section to from one shelf to 3. So even in my local town, it's had an impact. But then I went to the big shop and I haven't gone there in like probably at least a year or something. So I haven't really seen much of that impact. But I went in and usually it was always, oh, you have to go to like the second story to get any English books. And it was like one small section. But today, like, oh, not today, yesterday when I went in and they had not one, but 2 displays, completely English books on like the ground floor where they usually keep like the best-selling stuff. I was like, what? And then I went up and there was literally like 7 people in the little English section they had upstairs, and it was like young folks, like that makes me sound like I'm ancient, but like probably some people who were like 15 to 25 or something. There's like 7 people there. They were like there's 2 groups of 3 who were just having like talks about like wanting to read like Neil Gaiman books or something. They were just having a talk, and I was like surprised there was so many people there, and they had a really big selection and everything. So it really like exactly the kind of demographic basically who would be watching book content on TikTok or YouTube. So even in my like local area, it's had a massive impact because apparently like the bookstores are stocking up a lot more and everything, which I love because previously, like, who was reading English books here, you know? Because everyone was lazy and just read it translated, you know? Makes sense, because the translation industry is pretty big here. But I have, like, why do I have just... There you go. I've just had, like, a lot of stuff that I've actually dug out at this point. So much coal in these, like, mountain areas, always. You get, like, shit tons. So I'm so happy that I have a Silk Touch pickaxe, because then I can just store stuff in block form until I get home and do the satisfying tower bit. Plus I'm getting a lot of copper as well, which I really need. Like, guys, I don't know why I decided to make a massive build with a copper roof, with an oxidized copper roof in particular. I have not even gotten half of what I need, and it's already a lot. But it's fine. So yeah, I went to the bookshop, was surprised that there was such an increase of like English language books and everything, and I did end up buying 2 books actually. I treated myself a little bit. I got 2 books. I got The Secret History by Donna Tartt, which is like a dark academia book. I read If We Were Villains a while back, and I really liked that, and this book is said to be kind of like that book. So I was like, poggers. And since it's apparently like sort of a classic, like a very beloved book at the moment, it is basically impossible to get secondhand. So I was like, all right, I'll splurge the tenner to get this book new. So I got that book, and I also got another book. I got Ziggy, Stardust, and Me, which is like a gay romance set in the 70s. So I'm excited to read that, because I quite enjoy historical, like recent historical novels. I might add, like, I'm not much for like, oh yeah, I'm gonna read about this character who lived like in the 18th century or something. I'm like, my favorite historical periods is something like 70s, 80s onwards. And I really like the historical gay books, because they're very interesting. I had like a big historical, I've written like literally like schoolwork for about things like the AIDS epidemic in the 80s. So I very much find that time period interesting. So I like when I have the option to read a book about that topic. But it's also YA novel, so it's like it's like fictional exploration of the same subject matter. Anyways, I got those 2 books. Since they were not as expensive. There were some books that were so nice, but they were so expensive, and I just can't justify paying like $20. The pain I felt. But yeah, so I got those goodies from the bookshop. Successful trip. And I was already quite tired. It was like 4 p.m. I'd been like out and about for 4 hours or so. And I still needed to go to the post office and send like the 4 or 5 books I sold on eBay. And then I was carrying around the whole day, mind you, so my back was aching. It was not having a good time. And so I straight up just went, alright, I'll just go back to my local town to do the last few bits, to send the stuff away. And I also needed to go grocery shopping also. So I did also do that. Then I bought new charging cables, and I accidentally bought the wrong ones. True yellow moment. So I had to go to town again today to return them, which worked smoothly, and now I got the correct charging cable. So that's good. But yeah, so I also had to go again to send more books on eBay, because there's been a lot of sales recently, which is quite good for me, since more money for me means more new books to buy. So yeah, I got all of that jazz. It was fun. But yeah, so I returned home, and then I was very stupid. I just 2 times, yesterday and the day beforehand. So I was like in the bus and on my way back, and I was reading my current read, which was Good Girl, Bad Blood, the second book in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. And I got so sucked in that I missed my bus stop and just drove like loads further. And then I noticed, and then I stood out, and then I was like, oh, now man, I have to walk all the way back. So I started walking. And then while I was walking, I was like, the bus that drove the opposite direction that would have brought me home really fast drove by me, because I just didn't think to check the bus plan. If I could have just taken the same bus on the same way back that I just missed my station at. So I walked for like half an hour, so home all the way. And then today I did it again, except this time I just straight up went into the wrong bus in the first place. So I noticed that I only had to walk a little bit home. Yeah, it's like I went into like 577 instead of 477 or some shit. I was like, oh crap.
I used to get to school like an hour early, and then one time I got on the wrong bus, and my friend was freaking out like, oh my god, you're gonna be late. I'm like, I'm an hour early all the time. What do you mean I'm gonna be late?
Lamau moment.
Yeah.
Keck moment. Yeah, no, oh my gosh, it was so annoying. Because, yeah, I do that a lot. I used to do that loads, especially when I was a kid. Just drive way too far, and it's like, oof. Big oof moment.
One time I got on a train, and I didn't check that my station was, like, stopping there, because there was this train, and I thought it stopped at every stop that it said on the screen, but it didn't. So it just didn't stop at my stop.
Oh no, that sucks.
It went so far away.
Oh no, yeah, no, I know that feeling.
It's fine.
The pain. But yeah, I did that 2 days in a row. Because I got, one time because I got distracted. And the other time because I read a too compelling book. Which I actually finished, by the way, chat. I finished that book. It was very good. I gave it 4.5 stars. Which is pretty much, like, top marks. So if you don't know, like, because the first book in that series is a Good Girl's Guide to Murder. It's basically her solving, like, a cold case. Oh my gosh, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. How was your stream, King? Big man, how have you been? Hope you've been well. We're just collecting random resources on the Prrp SMP while having just chats. Could you sleep, by the way, Leo?
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm almost in a village. I could just, like, go to the village also, but...
I might go design my thingy shop in a second.
Yo, Pog.
It's like on a creative world.
I'm just gonna try and...
I'm gonna, like, do, like, a pixel art thing with an axolotl in it.
Ooh, that'd be so cool.
Yes.
Just in this desert here. Hello, also welcome, raiders. I hope you had a good time with the stream and everything. We're just running around. We're basically doing a podcast, but Minecraft in the background. So I'm not doing something that requires a lot of focus. I'm just running around getting coal and copper and all that stuff, which we actually need a lot of, but... Hello, Lord. This is Yel. Hi, Void. Good to see you, King. Big big man Void. What up, King? So, yeah. Anyways, the first book, I'm talking about the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, by the way. I just finished the second book, so... If you're wondering, that's what I'm talking about. So in the first book, she solves like a cold case, basically. Like everything that happened that she's investigated happened like 10 years prior to the book. But this book, the second part, is basically her doing like an active investigation into someone who goes missing, like the older brother of one of her friends. It's because like the police thinks, oh, it's not important, like he's an adult, but like, so she decides to take it on. Yeah, okay, I think I am. How about you? I'm doing very well. So, this is the second book, so you already know, like, all the characters, and the great thing about it is that she does this podcast in the book, and it has, like, multimedia aspects, which I love in a book, where they include, like actual pictures, for example. When the characters are talking about a picture, they include the picture. I think that's cool. If it's, like, evidence. So you kind of feel like you're investigating alongside the main character. So that's quite cool. The second book was really, really good. Not much to complain. Like, I thought it was really good. So 4.5 is basically like, yeah, it is not the most important read of all time. It's like, you know, a mystery novel. If you like true crime, I recommend that series highly. If you generally like YA novels, I recommend it highly. If you enjoy YA, what's the genre? Mystery, I guess. I recommend it a lot. Big yes. So yeah, I finished that book today, and I started the next one, which also arrived in the post today, called Flowers for Algernon, which is like a classic. I don't think this village has been raided yet, and if it has,
my thing is how big
I could just yoink all of this lovely.
Oh, I fell in the chickens.
Not the chickens. Yeah, someone I think DGK spammed like a billion chickens everywhere.
Yep.
Which, fair enough. Classic prankage. Classic prankage. I don't think anyone's been to this village. No, because there's still stuff in every chest. I just don't have the inventory space, and it sucks. Oh, why am I dumb? Groans about, I don't have inventory space. Carries a shulker box with him. Like a half-empty one. True yellow moment, gotta say. Truly, peak moment. So this village seems to be far out enough that no one has raided. You're not dumb. Don't say that kind of stuff. To be fair, it was forgetfulness, more like stupidity. realistically. There's a bunch of jazz. I love these little cacti in the flower pots. They're very, very cute looking. Anything funky? Hey up, lad. What's up? So, yeah, this village has not been raided at all. There's just everything here. So that's nice. We're just doing a little village raid. As you do, as you do.
Yes.
While we have our chat. But yeah, so I've started the second one. Not the second one. This book, Flowers for Algernon. Which, the plot of that is basically, it's about someone, like this guy called Charlie, who's, well, really stupid.
Okay.
Like, very, very low intellectual ability, basically. And he gets picked in the science experiment. Why am I not picking stuff up? Oh, I am. Never mind. He gets picked in the science experiment to raise his IQ. Basically. And it's all, like, they haven't tried it on people. They only tried it on mice. And one of those mice is called Algernon. You know, you can see how it is. But, so he has this surgery. And apparently, like, I'm at the part where he's just gotten this surgery. Like, it's not clear what happens. But from the plot description on the back, it says that, apparently it is not even just successful, but, like, it actually makes him, like, a genius. And it's about, like, this, how this impacts him, basically. And then something goes wrong with, well, the mice that have had this procedure on them as well. And now they're, like, wondering how will that actually will that also happen to Charlie and something like that. I don't really know. At the start, like, I think it is going to be interesting. I got a really nice edition of it as well. So I think at the start it's going to be, what is that? Is that just a mine shaft on the surface, not in the mesa? Hello? There's just a spawner here. Like, literally on the surface. This looks so weird. Hold on, I want to take a picture of this. Because, like, the generation fucked up a little bit here. And it, like, extended a mine shaft into, like, a jungle biome. I'm just gonna
so
break that. Yeah, no, it just decided up. Yep, I'm just gonna do that. I just broke the spawner as well. Anything nearby that I want? No idea, but I do have a shulker, so I could just farm a bunch of jazz. This is far out, so people have not. What the heck is with this generation here also? What the heck? I see this is a cave, but like partially it's like half over underwater. Really crazy. I think this might be... Oop, I just flew down. Whoopsie. This might be the part of what used to be... Like, what is new chunks, and there's some generation errors. I don't know. Either way. So I started reading it, and so far, it is very... Because, remember, like, Charlie, the main character, is someone with a very low IQ. Like, literally not... This is not a euphemism. He genuinely just does not have much of an IQ. And he also has very, very, very poor spelling and grammar before, like, the surgery, right? So the author writes in said bad spelling and poor grammar, which I find kind of grating to read, I'll be honest. So I hope that this, like, intellectual upgrade that he gets through this surgery also, hello child, also upgrades his writing, which I think is happening because it's already starting to happen that he's writing a word correctly that he didn't write correctly beforehand. And while I'm all for, like, immersive storytelling, it is just genuinely hard to read because you have to, like, focus on what he is actually saying all the time because he misspells things very horrifically. Yeah, no, the generation over here, look at that. What the heck is up with that? The heckity heck. I'm just gonna, yeah, like, look at this weird-ass generation over here. It's like someone took a chunk out of that. Strange, if you will. I'm just gonna fly out a little bit because I've still got 7 rockets left for this adventure. I mean, to be fair, chat did ask a while back to have more Minecraft adventuring, so this is technically that. Sorry. But yeah, so for now it is just a little bit hard to read, which is not, I'm not vibing that much with, I'll be quite frank. But I do hope that it improves as a big cave again. And another village. How many villages are there? I've got past like 3. Heck. Ooh. Don't mind if I... Hold on. Don't mind if I do. I should actually not break these because it makes less space. There you go. I've just filled up my shulker box here with a bunch of jazz. I'm just gonna yoink these bookshelves because there's loads in here for some reason.
It'd be way bigger than I thought it was.
That's what he said.
Okay.
Because on this channel, it's all gay sex. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Legally, you're not allowed to be straight. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. We also like straight people here, it's fine. If you're straight, you're welcome, you're valid.
Sure.
Did you just say I'm not sure?
I said sure.
Oh, you just said sure, like non-committingly.
Yeah.
You're like, ah, yeah, surely. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. /J, we don't believe in discrimination based on sexuality. No matter what your sexuality is. I suggest leather in here. Ain't no one needing that.
You sure? What if someone wanted to make some books?
Like leather armor, I meant.
Oh.
Yeah, that really wasn't. 3 gold nuggets, they can stay around. I just love how the villagers always look when you're just like, I'm just here, gonna steal all your hay bales, don't mind me, king. Just casually running around, decimating your entire village. Because sure, you know.
I mean, they don't really care.
Yeah, no, they do not care. The slightest.
They just be vibing.
They're just vibes only. No thought, just vibes. Also, what is this glitched? Like, half this house is literally above a lava pool.
That's so weird.
Keck. Yeah, no, the generation's a little whack here. But that's fine. That's fine, Minecraft. That's fine. And it's just a little W moment. But yeah, so... I don't know if I'm gonna end up liking it. I don't know. I heard lots of people say who've... I'm just gonna throw this guy out of his bed. Hello.
Sure.
I've heard lots of people say that it's apparently very sad. So we'll see. There's also like only 230 pages, so it's gonna be very fast, probably. But I have to say that I expected to go through this faster, but the writing is very hard to read.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. You know, worst case, it's still only a short book, so we can chill. Okay, I think I've gotten everything, almost everything from this village. There's just water everywhere for no reason. For the lols, for the lol W's. So yeah, I don't know. Let me eat. We already got 4 more rockets, so... Not so long. I actually like not taking that many rockets because that means there's a finite end to my adventure. It's when I run out of rockets. What is this? What the heck are these structures here? They just look weird as hell. What is up with that? There's just weird structures here. Oh, there's a chest. Hold on. Oh, some coal. Some wheat. And an unbreaking 3 fishing rod, sure. Don't mind if I do. This is why you go exploring, kings. Because apparently there's random chests everywhere. Some more wheat. A bit more coal. And a mending fishing rod. Okay, we're really collecting everything, huh? Just these weird sand structures that I just saw on the beach. I was like, what the heck are these? And then I explored and I found goods and services.
Nice.
Let's go. I'm just flying. The last few rockets that we've got, chat, before we have to return home. And thankfully, we can always do it like this because of teleportation commands. In normal Minecraft, you'd have to factor in the way back as well. Here, you just can just chill and vibe. Oh, did I just see a naturally spawning red sheep? Was that brown? Oh, it's brown. Pain.
Yeah.
Thought it was red.
So
That would be
that
cool.
is
I don't
so-
even know if red sheep spawn naturally.
I don't know.
Pink, what pink ones do, they're rare, but... Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
chat, I have to break some sad news.
Oh.
The world that I did that one stream with Marlo on, where we had a pink sheep together, it got deleted.
Oh no.
Yeah, because if you don't know about our Turner servers, if you don't play on them for a while,
Oh no.
yeah, no, they just auto-delete them, which sucks. They don't even warn you beforehand, which they really should, in my opinion.
Oh no.
Like,
that's
most stuff is like, oh yeah, if you haven't been on, like, in a few months, like, maybe they will, like, delete stuff, but they should tell you beforehand in, like, an email. But, yeah, that world, it is gone. This looks like a meteor crashed here. Unironically, this is a natural structure, but it looks like a meteor.
Wow.
Pretty sick. Hold on, I'm taking a screenie. Because it's a cool hole. Yeah, let's get this surface level coal to bring along. Just a little bit more. So we're pretty much done with our adventuring chatters. Because we have no rockets anymore.
I can
And
taste
running
it.
is less fun. Hello, where did I just float up? How? How am I doing this? I'm just bouncing up so high. The heck?
You
Heckity heck!
inside-
There's just water everywhere. It's chill. There's a bee nest.
I love bees.
Bees! I love bees! Hold on, there's another village. I'm gonna just go to that village over there. And then we go home. We go home for the day. So yeah, I'll let you know if, like, once I finish the book or once I've read more of it, how I feel about it. For now, I can just say, I don't know, what the heck? Oh, the world is not loaded in. It's just showing me, oh god, that's so scary when, like, the entire thing is just glitched out. You can see, like, you know, the caves underground.
Oh,
Like, everything is glitched so hard. Like, the entire chunk is just missing. And I was like, this looks normal. It does not. It does not. And it takes ages to load in here for some reason. But it was worth going over here because there's more hay bales. Let's go.
yay.
Hay bale moment. But yeah, it's just like one house at the edge of, like, nothingness. And it's weird as heck. Literally one singular house. Nothing else here. Nothing in the vicinity. Do I not need?
Shouldn't
Can I
be
hold 8 torches on hand?
black there?
This is so glitched out. It's
Oh
ridiculous.
no, pink.
Like half the thing is missing. Half everything is missing. And I feel so scared to walk over there because I don't know if I could just straight up die. It's like cut off completely here.
Oh no.
It's so weird. Like, it's the weirdest glitch I've seen. And it doesn't load in either. Like, it's not progressing. Even though I'm standing right next to it. Just what I'm trying to... Like, look at this, chat. What the heck? I'm so scared of that. I don't like it. At all. Like, I don't like any of this. It's like slowly loading in, but it's so much loading that it just can't cope. For some reason. I'm just gonna crouch. Oh, this is scary, chat. I don't like this. But look at that, chat. It is mad. It is batshit not good. Like, everything is so horrifically broken. It's a bit funny, honestly. It's probably maybe like I don't know, this is too far out. But everything here, this entire line is just completely broken here. It's ridiculous. Like, a massive chunk is missing. A truly ridiculous bit. I've not seen a loading error this big in a while. Like, look how massive this is, chat. Like, literally there's floating sand. Like, look. The sand texture just ends here. There's nothing even underneath it. It's whack. It's wild. It's the hell. Try and relog. Do we have to relog? Alright, let's see. But that is a wild bit of error there. Hold on, let's see how it looks now. Okay, it's fixed itself. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that was ridiculous though. That looked sick. But yeah, no, I was too afraid to like... Yeah, there's the rest of the village. Let's go to the village then. Yeah, no, thanks, King. Hold on, let me eat. Don't have any rockets anymore, so we're just walking. These roads are made for walking. Let's see what else there is. That was so abstract. Minecraft really doesn't stop with the surprises. We steal the bookshelves again. Yeah. Bookshelf thievery. And hay bale thievery. Yo. Lots of hay bale. Anything in here? No, just a stone cutter. We don't need any of those at the moment. Anything in here? Yes, it's a barn, so... I've never seen a barn. That's cool. I didn't know that barns naturally spawned. Apparently they do. Pock pock. Okay, we've been in here. There's an iron golem over there. Actually, my texture pack looks genuinely quite scary. I do think I still have inventory space in the other shulker box, which at the moment just holds my massive amount of crimson logs that I bought from Magnus. So all I've got at the moment, okay, the bread goes over, the apples, I don't really eat oak saplings or singular potatoes, so those get left behind. Don't know if I went over here. You decided your build.
Yeah, there's not going to be a center, which is annoying.
Oh no, the pain.
It's a 2-book center. Done this.
My wings looking, everything's looking fine and dandy. So yeah, we're gonna check out that one house up there. Cool chimney, actually.
Changed the shape, so I need to add.
Gotta say, like this village has some really cool naturally generated builds that you don't see that much. Yeah, nothing else in the vicinity that you could reach easily by foot, I don't think. Okay, time to go home, chat. And this is why you have teleportation commands, because they're fucking fun. Alright, next we go sleep, and then we do the big satisfying bit with the mining the ore from blocks. Boys, that's gonna be super fun. Alright, we got so much wheat as well from this trip. Success. Big success. I actually quite enjoy just going on a big exploration trip sometimes, especially on this server. It's fun. Some acacia, some apple, some bread, more hay, a ridiculous amount of hay. Like, oh my gosh, I've got like, I'm working on my 3rd stack of hay bales. That's how ridiculous it is. Also got a stack of jungle logs, which is quite nice. Some coal, my fishing rods. Don't mind my collection of fishing rods. Some bookshelves in here. And now sleep. Clear out about my shulker boxes of all the jazz I shoved in there. Pink one first. This is just the lower row. There you go. And the next one is the yellow one. Any other wood types you want in the shop? I don't know, I'll check how the restocking is going. There's mangrove available again, lovely.
Wait a second, why is there still not a center?
Crimson is here. Warped. Oh my god, there's so much warped.
Mangrove
props.
There was a center.
Strange. That is weird. A bit quirky, if you will. Why is there not a center? I can't believe.
Yeah.
I got 2 stacks of jungle logs apparently. Don't know how, but oh yeah, mining. It's like, how did I get this? Who did this?
You
I did this to myself. What can I say?
did.
Totally a genius. So much wheat. Literally so many stacks. It is not good anymore. We have too much wheat. What the heck? So I have to like check the stock. Is there anyone I don't have? No, don't think so. I think Magus has all the wood types. So let me store my cactus here. I'm running rapidly out of storage space again in this shulker box. It's a problem. Just gonna get rid of the 4 kelp. Oh wait, the carved pumpkin. I don't really need to have the carved pumpkin in there, do I? Yeah, I have it over here as well. Just leave that here. Like the melons, a lot of the stuff has to go differently. There you go, get my shulker box, get these guys over here. Stuff I already have here. And I need to get rockets. So I ran out of my rockets. Just used up a whole stack. Throughout the whole stream, yeah. Because they're just flying about a lot. There you go. Because now we're gonna go to the villager area and put all the stuff that I usually trade with them, like melons and paper and jazz, over there in the shulkers. It's my basically permanent storage system for trading stuff. Paper. There you go, full stack and a bit. Nice. Still 3 books, which I'm gonna put in here. The 1 destroyed one. And now it's time to build the Tower of a Century. By the way, have you noticed in the 3D version of the map of... So I'm going to fly out a little bit to do this. In the 3D version of the map, stuff just sticks around a lot longer. Like, it doesn't update as fast. So if you build, like, a big tower of resources, it'll show it even, like, days sometimes after you've already mined it. Who did this? I just flew over and there's just a bunch of mangrove like saplings. I'm gonna make a 9 by like a 3 by 3 9 by 9 a 3 by 3 pillar because I think that'll be good because we have a lot. I have like stacks and stacks and stacks. That's mine, I think. All right, good to know. I think it was just a bit. I would just want to go out a bit further so the map doesn't show it in our territory. The pillar, because it'll just show this for like days on end still. But oh, I love this where you just build up with ore and then you satisfyingly mine it all down. It's so nice. Okay, I think I have 2.5 stacks of copper and then 5 iron ore and 4 and a bit stacks of coal. That's a ridiculous haul from just like surface level on the mountains. So I think we'll be good on, maybe not on copper because I will be needing a lot of copper, but definitely on coal for a little bit.
Yeah.
I need so much copper. I don't know why I decided to make this roof out of copper. Questions I ask myself. Because I need like more than an entire shulker box of
Oh my god.
of cut oxidized slabs.
Why would you do this to yourself?
I don't know, because I want the roof to look nice and pretty.
Yeah,
And the build is just that big. We're just gonna put in the iron.
It's not correct. There we go.
We're gonna be a building contest. No, I don't know. I'm just building up with ores. As you should. I do have shulker boxes with me as well, so in case it is too much for my inventory to handle. Because you never think about that because of fortune, it'll not be like one coal from one ore. It'll be a lot more. Why is there TNT at the bottom of that? That scares me. So why is there... What is this materials growth? It's like TNT at the bottom. A mag is building a massive tower. TNT at the bottom, then sand or sandstone, and then quartz or something. I think it's quartz. That is a little bit funny. I should need a lot of quartz as well. So, might buy out DGK's stock in a moment. Oh my god, I still have like 3 stacks. This is why I made it 3x3 chat, because I've got way too much. Like, what the hell? This is a ridiculous amount. I just did surface mining for the new people. I just went to like the mountainy biomes and got this much for like an hour maybe max, or like 40 minutes. Don't know how long exactly, but that's ridiculous. This is why we made it this big and wide as well, chat. Just because I wanted to prevent us going to build limit immediately. There we go, lads. Aside from that, you hyped for MCC, Leo?
Yes, I am.
Me as well. I'm very excited. Tubbo's team is not like filled with lots of people I know very well. And then you have the very tempting team up of Wilbur and Grian with Scott and Phil.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very tempted by that. And then Scar also has a really cool team this time. And I'm like, pain. I want to stay loyal to the POV I always watch whenever he's in, which is Tubbo. But at the same time, some of these teams be looking fine.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think I will still stay because I don't know. It's like when you say, whose POV am I gonna watch this time? Ends up watching the same one you always watch. Alright, I still got 4 more. Look, this is my combined tower. This is ridiculous. Do I have rockets? I do. Just straight up look at that, chat. Hold up, I'm gonna fly out a little bit further. Look at that. That's ridiculous for a 3x3 tower. That is ridiculous. Like, what the heck? Okay, I ended up here. We're gonna pull out Picky Eater and make our way down this big tower. Be careful that we collect everything, that it doesn't despawn as well. I don't think so. It's not even a cohesive color palette, King. The block palette is all off. What the heck? No, I'm kidding. Like, I just like making these big towers, but I made it further away, so it's a house. It is a very tall house. There you go. So yeah, I gotta finish the roof of the Garden Emporium, because, oof, that sucked. I genuinely forgot that I hadn't finished building it. Oof. So I think we're gonna do like after we've done this mining, we are gonna have a little walk around every shop, see what we can buy in terms of other resources and everything. And I think that'll be it for today, because we've already gone for 3 hours and a half. Because that Lego demo actually was a lot longer than I thought. I didn't know that it would be like 1 hour 40. But it was very good. I actually really liked it. Were you there, Leo, for the Lego part of the stream?
I saw some of it.
It's actually surprisingly fun. Like, I'm actually going to look forward to when it comes out. And maybe even get it as well. Because I didn't expect it to be like a fun game. Oh, that sounds shit, but like, I didn't expect it to be as fun as it really was. I really like the building features. It's like building Legos, but in the game. Because you can like rotate the pieces and everything and build little structures that appear in the real world that you play in. Oh, well, not the real world, but in the world of the game. You build in the game and it appears on your doorstep.
I might go because I have to wake up early tomorrow.
Alright, bye. Thanks for sticking around. Really appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Sleep well. Why have I hold my scaffolding? Alright. So yeah, everyone's dropping like flies. They be dropping like flies, boys. But we will just do this part still and then visit all of the shops. Because one of the best parts about being on a server and like me, I'm mayor of a town and everything, investing a lot of time in making everyone do shops and all that stuff, is that you could go on little shopping trips and it's very fun. So we're gonna walk around, visit all the shops that don't belong to us, and see what we can buy, maybe. I still have a lot of resources I actually need for lots of builds, so it's not even just, I'm idly shopping. I am actually getting stuff for future builds, future machines. There's still a few farms I want to do in the nature area, if you're wondering. I've done the 2 flower farms, the bee farm, and the moss farm now, so a lot of progress has been made. But there's still the glow lichen, the glowberry, and the sweetberry farm to be done, plus a bunch of like environment building for it as well. So don't worry, chat, there's much to come on the nature area still. And then we of course have the shopping district and a bunch of other projects, the fun fair build, which I'm working on loads as well still. But yeah, no, the resource gathering for that is just taking a lot of time. And some of the farms that I'm building are actually there because I need some of those resources in a bigger capacity. Like, the reason I made bee farms was not for the lols, it was because I need a lot of honeycomb. Both the block and the, well, the ability to wax stuff. Actually, not as much of the block, I only need like 78 blocks, which is ridiculous, but I still need loads. Oh yeah, no, my inventory is full. Hold on. Let's put the coal in for now. All the coal has been had. There you go. Copper fills your inventory like crazy. Oh, I picked the wrong pickaxe. No, pain. I continued to try to keep beat with my wood shop, but even when it was no stock there, I still had more stuff in it than here. Huh? Even when it was no stock there, I still had more stuff in it than here. That sentence does not make sense, King. I'll be honest. It does not make sense. Also, could you sleep perchance? Because I'm stuck on this. Like, the sentence doesn't make sense. Like, what do you mean? Like, the shop doesn't... Like, I can't comprehend that sentence, I'll be honest. Like, I've bought, like, some stuff from DGK's shop as well. It's got good prices, but just not enough variety of woods. Oh, you were standing in his shop, yes, I understand that part. Still don't understand the rest of the sentence. Oh god. Oh my god, that jump scared me to hell. Oh god. Can you not pick up my copper, please? Thanks. I'm just gonna get this rested here. There you go. Since we're on the ground already. But yeah, no, I'd buy more from DGK's shop because Matt's got good prices, but he only really sells oak and birch at the moment, and I haven't needed that much oak or birch. I've needed a bit. I actually need a little bit more for other projects, but compared to some of the other woods that are only sold in Magnus' shop, I don't really have much reason to go to DGK's business there. However, I go to other stuff. I like how DGK tried to beat my shop, but even when there's no stock in my shop, it still had more than his shop. Oh, I understand. So when yours was low stock, it still had like more stock than his shop has. That makes sense. All right. I'll go back home real quick. There you go. But yeah, no, I've bought a few times at his shop, but it arguably just does not have the variety of stuff, which I'd rather like. My personal philosophy when it comes to shops is I'd rather include like everything you can see have the same price as him and those things like oak, etc. Yeah, it was just when yours was out of stock, I would buy at his shop also, or I'd buy at his when I was in the area. But what I'm trying to say is, where was I? I forgot. What was I doing? I need to go to the industrial area to smelt all of that copper time. And the other resources and everything. This is why you have a super smelter, Kings. Anyways, like the way I like to... Oh, I remember. The way I like to run shops is if there's like a chest saying this and this getting sold. Like at the supermarket, right? There's a chest with like pet stuff, right? I will only put down a chest selling stuff if there's actually stuff to be sold. DGK seems to just put stuff in... Like put in the stuff that will be sold even if it isn't currently being sold. Which is a little bit annoying as a customer because you walk in and you're like, oh my gosh, they have, I don't know, tough in this shop. And then you check the chest and there's nothing in there. And you're like, okay, if the shop has just been opened, like, it's not like they've sold out, you know? Like, you know that it is because... Oh, no. Not that. Oh, jeez. Put the wrong thing in. Need to, like, fix it. So I personally only really put a chest down for something if it's actually able to be, you know, purchased personally. So... And he does it, like, in every shop. Like, he does it in the stone shop also. To, like, figure out where the coal went. Because I accidentally put coal into the wrong receiver. Big oof. Just below grounds at the moment. There you go. Do I have anything in here that I need to... No, I don't. Okay, I've got everything. Just need to wait until the coal goes in here, which is going to take a long time, perchance. I'll just let it run passively. This is why you have a Super Smelter Kings. But yeah, so I personally only advertise stock I actually have. So, but hold on. Final stop for today in terms of content is we take our diamonds from our end chest. Let me out. Walk in the middle and go around at all the shops that are not my shops and look for some purchasing opportunities. So I'm going to start by the ocean, which I always kind of start. I'll probably buy actually a lot of quartz because I need a fair amount of smooth quartz. How is this shop looking here? Some heads. Yeah, the one head has already been sold, but I don't really need a one head. How much was it? 2 stacks for 3. So I'm gonna get 2 stacks from here, and then the other one is 2 more. There you go. Have some diamonds, king. I need quartz. Yeah, that's what I bought already. I'm going like where it makes sense from. I don't really want a bodyguard at the moment. It makes sense to go around like in a structure to where like all the shops are located, so I'm not crisscrossing a bunch. So I'm going to DGK's wood shop now, then I'm going to circle around and just have a look. Yeah, I've not gone by the other shop. Hold on, I'll go back in a moment then if I miss some. Yeah, there's only birch and there you go. The one with the water. Oh, wait, hold on. Is there like another thing at the beach? Hold on. Real quick. Go by. Oh, this shop. Has this shop been set up yet? For blocks. That's like the pricing though. 1 diamond for 15 of what? 50 blocks? There you go. I need a lot of quartz, so I'm buying quartz at the moment. Right, we've got all of those shops. Poggers. The shops are done. Let's see, we have 1 more diamond to spend. For about 10, not a 10. Actually need more. Hold on. I've got more than enough diamonds, boys. This is honestly at this point I don't really like. It doesn't make sense for me personally to just have shit tons of diamonds in my ender chest sitting around not doing anything, so I usually spend loads around shop town fronts and all that jazz. I'm so excited for more shops to come around that are not owned by me. I'll add some I can have another stack of mangrove from here. There you go. A bit of purchases in that shop. That shop is mine. I think the only other thing is that doesn't belong to me is the castle shop over here. I'll have a gander if there's anything that interests me. Dyes, which most of which I don't need anymore since I own, well, a flower farm. Not one, I own 2. And soon I'll have like all the top towers. But like black dye, I don't really need it anymore at the moment, so, but maybe in the future. Oh yeah, and the block shop, I forgot. There's another shop here. I will actually buy something here as well if there is options that interest me. Mostly tough, honestly. There you go. How much is it? 1 diamond. There you go. I'll get the full stack here. Because the 3 random blocks. There's no vines for sale. Andesite, I have loads. Stone. Cobble deep slate. I actually kind of need one. A little bit. 2 stack. DGK's shop. Another one. This is a block shop. 1 diamond per 2 stacks. Okay, there you go. Have a diamond. I don't need cobble. Mud. I hope to God that guy, like, I told him for personal, like, for the paths or something, yes, but, like, my farms are not for selling stuff, because I want to sell mud myself. Because, well, it's a garden-related thing. It's like a environment thing. I don't need diadem at the moment. I've already spent, like, loads at your shop, King. At the other shop. I feel like I've done enough shopping for the day. Let me craft this back into blocks. There you go. So I've got myself today a stack of mangrove, a stack of birch, a stack of warp, 2 stacks of cobble, and a bunch of quartz, also some tuff. Because I actually need tuff for roads and stuff, so these kind of blocks are actually quite good for me. Because I'm hoping there's going to be more stock soon, because as you can see, I'm actually relatively low on cobble deep slate. So I'm just gonna be excited that there's a shop for it now. There's lots of quartz as well. Let me craft up stuff into blocks. Because we need to get this into the furnace as well. There you go. Some warped blocks. Mangrove. Perfect. Final step. Sorry, chat. Put the quartz into the smelter because I actually need smooth quartz for my build. So that's why I'm buying out a lot of the quartz. I pretty much bought every piece of quartz in town because I do need it. But like, look at how smoothly operational this guy is. Just need to make sure the I think I put like every bit of coal into this guy to make sure that the bit of coal I put in the wrong tube basically isn't. There you go. I'm gonna try and get this out. Someone bought a log of rockets, not me. Must have been DGK then. Might be bug. I don't know. Someone surely. I'm gonna get the coal back that I accidentally put in the wrong tube. Just took over the rocket market. No, people still buy from me for the other durations. Well, from us. Oh well, it's not as big of a seller on this server than it would be on other servers, unfortunately. They do, yes. Like, I know Leo buys pretty much only the long duration ones. But generally, the market isn't that big. Because most people just don't use that much. You don't need to. Like, you have lots of shops. Like, there's a reason why it makes sense for stuff to be diversified. If people want duration 1 rockets, probably... they will probably go for your thing, but like, the rockets don't even have a cool shop at the moment. They've got just like a barrel in the wood shop, which does not fit thematically. Either way, I've got everything sorted now. We should be good, I think. Everything's gonna get smelted up. I've got 44 new blocks of copper. Let's check out if any of the copper blocks have been oxidizing. Because I don't remember if I did this or someone else did it as a prank. But yeah, so the blocks were the blocks were waxed, so they just didn't age. You don't want me to take over the rocket market. I don't know, I just think that's kind of like boring. Cause like what are we gonna do? Like, considering the rocket shop doesn't belong to just me, so it always has to be profit split by 2. So at the end it's just kind of inevitable conclusion. Like, it's basically like, okay, yeah, no, it's if one person just kind of goes for elimination, which it would reasonably be. Like, you as an individual can go a lot lower with your price than me and Autumn together can. Because we can't go for like, we need to have a number that's divisible by 2. Pretty much always. So our lowest price hypothetically would be 2 diamonds per stack. But you could always make it 1 diamond. And thus, like, the only result is that our shop would just get no purchases, and you've won, and what then? Like, the story's over. So if you have shops that are competing, it kind of makes sense for there to be, yeah, for it just kind of makes sense, especially since rockets is one of the few things that require pretty much zero work once you've established your farms. They're a completely passively made item. Like, there's no there's no snag. There's no, like, bump in the road keeping you from producing, like, ridiculous amounts, especially if you just AFK your farms loads. So that's the thing, right? With rockets, specifically for a rocket shop. There's a lot of other shops that require a lot more care, like, either the item isn't farmable en masse, at least not with team duping. So, like, the wood shops, right? They require manual labor on the server. Then you have other stuff like redstone ingredients, for example. They require a shit ton of crafting, which is a pain in your butt, like a massive pain to do some of those crafts, like dispensers or something. They require manual labor as well. So a lot of those, they are not infinitely scalable is what I'm trying to say, because you need a human person to do the crafting. But rockets are so easy to get the ingredients of, and it's like 2 things to add together for rockets. So it's an easy craft. So in that sense, it is very easily highly scaled. And that kind of just doesn't really make it that fun, I feel like, as a business competition. So in my personal opinion, the way I think it is fun to do business is either you do stuff no one has done, which you basically have a monopoly on it as long as no one else has decided to go for a shop, or if someone else is also selling the same thing, it either has to be like different stock, like different versions, different stock, or like different prices. But if you try to do like a competition about like who can sell stuff the cheapest, in the end, it's kind of true. I don't make a lot of diamonds for it. I must sell it to make people go there. Yeah. So depending on what is happening with what shop, like, right, for example, I have the next new shop build kind of that I'm doing is the Garden Emporium, right? It's this shop here, which I still need to design a roof apparently, because I forgot. But this shop here, which aesthetically is looking a little bit like the barge, if you know. And the plan there is to basically sell all the stuff that you might, you know, find in a Garden Emporium kind of. So various types of farm-related items, but mostly focusing on gardening. So it's the new hotspot for moss-related things, leaves, mud, any kind of mud, right? Like the rooted shenanigans, like roots, etc. Like there's so many items that a lot of these are being made by my farms, but some I may scavenge as well. There's so many different things that could be sold in that shop. And just from an aesthetics point of view, it's a cool addition. So that's why I'm going for it. Because I'm like, yeah, I have a lot of stuff that I will be able to sell at that shop. But also, I think it's going to make a great addition for this district. So that's how I approach having a new shop. If there's enough items I could potentially sell, plus it would be like a cool location, why not? So that's how I go. And I'm excited to see more people. Like Max wants to do a bookshop. Leo wants to do an axolotl shop. There's just so many like cool things that could pop up that I personally can even use as a customer. Because, well, I'm the most prolific businessman in town. I don't know if you know, chat, but if you're new here, you might not know. But like I own about like 10 businesses in town, right? So I have the WC, which is the Warped Crimson. I have the Warden shop. I got the Rarities shop, which is down here. Hold on. We've got the Potion Ingredient shop. Here's the Rarities shop, which is already 4. Oh, we should check the... We got the Supermarket, which is to the right here. We got the Rocket shop, which is 6. We got the Egg shop, which is 7. We've got the Lily Pad restaurant, which is 8. And also we have the Souvenirs shop, which is 9. Am I missing one? I think actually I only have 9. Never mind. 9. Which is still a lot. Way more than anyone else has in town. I think most other people... Are you the most successful though? I mean, I'd say so, yes. It depends on like what your counting is. If it is raw profit, I don't know because I don't know anyone else's profits. But I have a very widespread network of shops is what I'm trying to say here. So I've got 9, which is the most. But that doesn't mean I don't always get like a new idea that I'm like, yeah, this would be a cool shop, and then I make it. Diamonds or customers. Customers I can't really like count, but I also sell some stuff for iron, not diamond. So even on that, but I get like good sales. Pretty much. Like the supermarket, especially in the food department, is because, well, there's not a lot of alternative. I wanted to go to the lily pad. So basically you go in, you're like, yo, if like people want to have easy food, supermarket's the easiest place to get. And then rarities items, they are not like a super consistent source, but people will go for like heads and all that stuff. Also sometimes like enchantment books or whatever else might be in the rarity shop. It's like hard to judge business. Also apparently the potion shop is a lot more popular since I lowered the prices. Yeah, your one shop though, there's a lot of diamonds there. Yeah, no, I was not contesting. This is not like me saying I have the most shops is not like, this is just a statement of fact. It is not in any way anything else. And there's 2 wood shops. I have no interest in running a wood shop. Like the whole concept behind why I want more people to have shops is also either some shops I just don't care to make myself, and B, I want to buy from people. If every shop is just my own, it literally makes no sense. It's shopping at your own shop is just grinding for resources. So like the whole point of having a bunch of shops is that you don't have to grind for every resource yourself. That's what I'm trying to establish and why I'm encouraging everyone to start their own business, because, well, for everyone it means less work. Since, let's say, everyone who's now needing wood knows, oh, there's like shops in Arrowlight doing that. Or if you need eggs for a prank or whatever, you know, you can just buy eggs. Things like that. It is literally like industrialization basically in Minecraft. Literally just replicating the Industrial Revolution, because it goes from, you know, you having to do everything yourself, and it's also like just forming of societies, right? Because it goes from having to do every task yourself and produce every good yourself to you being able to outsource some of that to other people, and specifically to outsource it into you having to buy that stuff. But that also means you don't have to do it yourself. So in my case, if I need a lot of wood for a project, it's just different work. I don't know if it's less work for my shop at least. Like, since you are the person running the wood shop, you yourself do not really benefit, except financially. But in a goods, let's say, imagine you were alone in this world, right? It wouldn't make sense to run a shop then, A, because no one would buy, but also you wouldn't be able to buy anything from other shops. You would have to grind everything out yourself. So basically, depending on whichever shop you run, right? Like for me, for example, I was only able to lower some of the prices in some of the categories because I automated stuff through farms or villages. For example, I'm only able to have pork chops be, and like meat in general, but especially pork and chicken, be really low price because I have villagers selling it. It would be a lot more work and a lot more time intensive to farm every piece of pork chop yourself with a sword. So a lot of the price, but yeah, so the potion shop has had more traffic since, and more sales since I lowered the prices there. We still have very consistent stuff with the supermarket, and I'm very excited for the gardening shop because I'm sure that some goods in there will be very popular, and others are going to be very relevant when someone uses it for a project. If they're doing terraforming or their own garden, etc. So it's going to have all of those goods for when people need it, right? That's the thing. A lot of stuff that you can sell in shops in Minecraft makes sense to have as a shop, but that doesn't mean that it's always going to be high priority for people. That's why what I meant about like rocket shops being so uniquely positioned. It's an easily farmable item if you have the 2 farms needed, paper and gunpowder, right? You have to go, all right, bye-bye, thanks for chatting, I appreciate it. But yeah, so it is a shop that people need loads, and it is an easily scalable thing. Have a good stream, bye. I appreciate you stopping by as well, King. But yeah, it is a shop that's easily stackable or scalable, and also one that people need lots, which is not true for most shops, aside maybe food. But even then, that's not that easy, unless it's specific food items you can trade with villagers for. But some items, like steak for example, you have to manually farm, because they are not sold. Anyways, I love like little societies in Minecraft because they're super fun. Like, you are not 100% reliant on having to purchase stuff, but you can if you want to, you know. Alright, chat. So tomorrow I'm working on trying to get a Risk lobby together with some of my friends. If that works out, we're going to do Risk tomorrow. If not, we're going to do probably Pixel Network and maybe MCC Island or something like that. I don't know. We're going to raid Ollie Heike Hate Me, who's currently doing MCC Island. So if you're looking for some funky, fun, engaging content, go and join the raid. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really, really appreciate all the love. And I really like the games we played today. Good fun. Much love, chat. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.